What is the CFA Society? So the CFA Society evolved from the East Africa Society of Investment Professionals in 2007 and was chartered in 2014, having reached 50 candidates at that time. So that was the hurdle rate that the CFA Institute gave us to be a chartered society. It is the only regional society in the world, that regional, combining other countries. The rest are really country-specific or state-specific, such as in America. So it's a very unique society that brings together Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, the entire East African region, to be part of it. The society now has, as of today, 79 members who have registered their membership, with 17 yet to commit to register. So that puts us at about 99 members now. At 99 members, we have about 17 that passed the level 3 exam, so we should grow by that number consequently. So it has been growing. The numbers, of course, are definitely very skewed. I mean, we have about 60 from Kenya, 60 plus, maybe about 10 to 15 from Uganda. And the rest are shared between Rwanda, Tanzania, the US, and Mauritius, 2-1 candidates. Why is that history important? One, it demonstrates the opportunity for Rwanda to become a core member of the society by numbers. So for all the candidates here and all the members here, or the charter holders, you're encouraged to attract a membership to your society, because then that builds this kind of networking events for you as Rwanda. So East Africa, the East Africa Society, CFA Society of East Africa is better for Rwanda being part of it, and likewise. So that's what we take away. And this year we shall be hosting the first investor conference for the East Africa Society, which will be held in November in Kenya. And we shall be inviting industry captains, first and foremost, to sponsor these events, and secondly, to be speakers of these events. The theme of the overarching theme of the conference will be investor confidence and investing in East Africa. That's the theme we want to ride this on, and we'll be looking forward to communicating further and making sure that Rwanda is fully participative in this. In terms of the board and the composition of the board, yes, those are real concerns from participating countries. How do you make the board representative of the countries that are part of the Society of East Africa?
I am the Chief Corporate Officer of CVL, Crystal Ventures, but I think that the experience that I want to share is the experience I acquired some 4 years ago when I started working with African Alliance, which is an investment bank services company. The company started some few years back, around 2008, when the capital market started. At that time, I was working with CDH Rwanda, and we were dealing in selling bonds and looking for investors, looking for companies that would want to issue bonds and so on. And I'm not a CFA, so you can imagine how difficult it was at that time to even understand, first of all, the industry. We didn't have any, how can I say it? Any experience as pioneers on the market, as brokers, and we learned. We learned with the capital market, we learned with the Rwanda Stock Exchange, and we grew. We grew from brokers to CEOs of companies. So that's what we expect, and I would assume that's what the people who own investment bank companies, that's what the people who own investment firms want on the Rwanda market. For evaluation, we would have corporate finance juniors, if I may say, travel from South Africa to Rwanda, meeting the clients. I would add my experience on the market, understanding the client, what they expect, but they would do the computations. They would do the valuation, and then they would go. At the end of the 4 years, I had gotten to a point where I could present the valuation on my own, and I assume that some of the people here have had me in their boardrooms and I was explaining. But still, it's unfortunate that for such small transactions, such small works, we were not able to find any CFAs on the market. Because at the end of the day, whether you've managed to get an understanding of the business, an understanding of the techniques, if you don't have the certification, it's different. You don't give the same confidence.
I might say, actually, I went looking for a solution or answer to something that I had failed to do, and I stumbled on the CFA program. It had not been in my mind that I would do this program, but I would say it was just by accident. 1997, got involved with a few friends. We started a savings and credit cooperative. It grew, and then for a few years and collapsed. I got involved in another venture. Again, a savings and credit cooperative. It thrived. But I couldn't find the answer why the first had failed. Neither could I be sure about the answer for why the other one succeeded, which is today's Haguma CSS. So I decided to look for answers. Why did the first venture fail? So I enrolled at the University of London Financial Management. I did the program, the course. But at the end of the course, I remember sitting somewhere in London. I was asking myself the same question. Do I understand why the first venture failed? I didn't think I had the answer, even then. Probably had I met my friend Lawson, I wouldn't have gone through that hassle of trying to understand exactly why the first venture failed. Then, just by accident, reading through The Economist, I see this program called CFA. I got curious. 2 years later, I registered for my level 1. I did it and passed. That's 2007. But then by that time, actually, I knew what had gone wrong in the first venture. Despite the fact that I had chosen bank management as one of the modules for my master's in financial management. After level 1, I knew what I had known, what killed the first venture. What I'm trying to say here is the depth of knowledge that you can get with this program is more than what you can get with a master's degree, an MBA, probably, or an MSc in financial management that I took. But then come 2008, as I was sitting for level 2, something happened. Something happened, and you all know. You know, the crisis, the collapse of the housing market in the US and the financial crisis that ensued. You know, institutions, centuries-old institutions, Lehman Brothers, everything was collapsing, and whatever I thought was fancy that time, all these, when you start studying derivatives, and you think you are the smartest guy around. And you know, you can imagine the confusion in the mind of a candidate when they're pointing the finger at things they think, you know, something that everybody would want to know. It was very confusing that time, because you know, you look at the markets the way they're going down, and you know, all these things that you thought were the magic that would, you know. But that points again to one other thing that actually is very important in the CFA program about ethics, because that time one of the reports actually said the issue, the biggest problem had been the failure of accountability and ethics. It was not about what we were studying, it was about ethics in the investment industry. So you get the knowledge, but without the ethics, you can wreak havoc. I'm very pleased that actually very many people are interested in this program. In Rwanda, I've all this time tried to, whoever wanted to understand exactly the CFA program, I've been encouraging people as much as I could. And it's very interesting that now we are getting to a place where we have a community. I think everybody knows that in this country there's an ambition to grow this country into a financial hub, regional financial hub. And I think, as Isa points out, it's going to be important that we have a big community of CFA charter holders. David, for your own information, that guy standing beside you, we have to congratulate him. He's a charter holder among the 17. So today in Rwanda we have 3, and I believe probably next year, I don't know. James, are you working on level 3? No? We could be, in any case, let's work hard to make sure that we have as many as possible.
Isa narrated the experiences that she went through in the initial days of the capital market. Our market is still nascent. There is a significant capacity, and we've already come up with a capital market master plan, which has been able to identify. And I'll tell you that CFA is one of the courses that has clearly been identified, and we hope that this initiative will produce the sufficient number of professionals who will take up the CFA program, in addition to other professional courses that they may have undertaken.
It's really a great pleasure to be here today, and again, it was also great that we got opportunity to speak to the administrator of the CFA Society East Africa, who again helped us to link with the board, and they agreed to be hosting some of the activities of the society in Kigali, including the mock exam. Those who have attempted the exam know very well that if you wanted to do a mock exam before, you'd either go to Nairobi or to Kampala. So I think now to be really a great thing that to be having a mock exam here, and also having more other activities, including the CFA touring, which is where we do have University of Rwanda and in Iraq participating.